Is it easy to consider the other person's side when your feelings have been injured? How important is your pride? And if you've been offended by what someone else has said, is it easier to remember or forget the past instead? Is it easy to forgive someone whose words have pierced your heart, when clearly you're the target of their painful fiery dart? Does your own imagination and your reasoning run wild? Is it easy to contain them once your temper has been brought? Is it easy to ignore a fault, or does it drive you up the wall? Do you think they had it coming when you see that person fall? When you simply can't communicate and the door slams in your face, is it easier to be patient or to put them in their place? Can you justify your anger? Do you feel you have a right? Is it easy to resist the urge to stand your ground and fight? Is it easy to deny yourself when faced with strong temptation? Will you turn the other cheek today and resist retaliation? And what about the times when you are willfully mistreated? Can you choose to disregard it when an offense is repeated? Is it easy? No, it isn't. Jesus never said it would be. But he did say, you must bear the cross if you choose to follow me. And he also said, I'm with you in the things you cannot do. If you will put your trust in me, my strength will see you through. He will turn each tear of sorrow into blessings and great joy. And for you it will be easy when his power you employ. Is it easy? Oh, so very, to let go of all your cares once you decide that Jesus is in charge of your affairs. He is Lord, and it's so easy for the Lord to plead your case. Not only will he free you, but your debts he will erase. There is only one condition each and every day you live. If you choose to follow Jesus, you must learn to forgive. Is it easy? No, not always. It's a choice that we must make. Will I choose to harbor anger or let go for Jesus?
Wow. Wow.
Now I have two more that have not been published. Hopefully, in the future they will be. The next book, instead of terracotta, it will be terra firma. This is called the prideful fall. We dare not step beyond our rank to drink of the poison that Lucifer drank. He said, I will ascend on high. I shall rise for all heaven to glorify. I shall take the praise I so rightly deserve. Why should I be expected to serve? Why has God chosen to take all the praise when I'm just as perfect in all of my ways? I'll start a petition demanding my rights. I refuse to be second best. I've set my sights upon a higher elevation. I will fight against servitude and win liberation. You know the story and you've heard the ending. He was cast down from heaven, his sentence is pending. He was given the honor of second in command to the God of all glory, but he took a stand against his creator who made him to be the highest of angels by God's own decree. How thou art fallen from thy sacred place because of thy pride, thou hast suffered disgrace. Thou hast forfeited all that God had intended. For in self-exaltation thou hast descended into the lowest parts of the earth. Tell me, what is selfish pride worth? Where does it take you? What does it gain? But a life full of bitterness, anguish, and pain. So if you are not first in the chain of command, Do not plunder the gift God has placed in your hand, but rather use it wisely instead. Humility crowns the wise servant's head. God grant the clarity of vision to see. The prideful fall comes when I exalt me.
Amen.
And this is a poem that I generally share when it's election time. And I think, Marvin, you're going to like this one. Humanistic liberation. Could I have changed the past somehow if I had known then what I know now? Would I have taken a different stand toward the issues in our land? I saw moral restriction as a crime. I was so certain at the time that godly people and what they believed was foolishness, but I was deceived. I thought Christian principles were absurd, and I ridiculed the infallible word. I identified with the liberal crowd to support all their causes. I solemnly vow. We attack moral laws with great success, despising the Bible and righteousness. Our demand for complete and absolute removal of prayer from school was met with approval. Rallies for freedom of expressions were staged, and most curators of the arts were enraged at the thought of control. Just the mention of it brought them all to their feet, screaming censorship. We marched with homosexuals willing to fight for their lifestyle of Solomon. They had a right to come out of the closet and practice safe sex in spite of the Christians' homophobic complex. The term with child we carefully avoided. As the freedom of choice we embraced and exploited. We endorsed the cause of Planned Parenthood to kill unborn babies for their own good. I was so proud of our humanistic fight. We helped change the world almost overnight by rescinding laws unjust and outdated. But how could I have anticipated that the very strong fiber I sought to remove and the Christian beliefs I was set to disprove were the very ones that ensured liberation, the golden cords that upheld our nation. Oh, would to God that I could undo the tangled lies I once held to be true, if it were possible to circumvent repercussions of evil with good intent. If I had searched through freedom's great book and learned of the faith and the courage it took to stand against overwhelming odds, theirs was the triumph. The glory is God's. Had I known then what I know now, that one day every knee would bow and every human tongue confess that Christ is the Lord of righteousness. But alas, today, to my sorrow, I find the believers have gone and left us behind. They have vanished just as they said they would. And I would follow if I could. For you see, I meant no harm. My only purpose was to disarm religious law and its control over the mind and the human soul. But it's too late, and I must face my own denial of God's grace. In a world of darkness ruled by the sword of merciless men who despise the Lord, a world dictator has risen to power, and very soon will come the hour when all mankind, from greatest to least, must submit to the mark of the beast. 666 is the number of man. Some will try to avoid it, but no one can. The Antichrist power may many deny, but they must take his mark or die. These are perilous times when evil raves, covering the earth like tidal waves. The sun has grown dark and the moon is as blood, and the world is engulfed by a godless flood. Such tribulation has never been seen. Men cry out to God to intervene while others curse in defiance and hate as they blame God for their terrible fate. And those of us who are now aware of the truths of God attempt to share. But the penalty, if caught, is death. So we testify with guarded breath. We cannot preach, for we're not free to proclaim the gospel openly. And so it is with trembling hand that we reach out and secretly band, together in hope through faith and prayer, that we too may be saved by the truth we share. May the God of all mercy grant salvation and deliver us from humanistic liberation.
Thank you, isn't that beautiful? Did you did Martin give you a word that you know they're just going to flow out of you like from